Good evening, everyone. My name is Andrew Sedem, and today's topic is how to identify an attack on your operating system. This is the first part of operating system security. Okay, let's see. I want to share a small story with you. And the story is in 2020, we found a spyware on Google Play Store. So, all over the years, this spyware has been working on the system till 2020 it was I found out. So it's very dangerous to be overconfident because anything can happen. People are finding new ways to intrude into systems and creating new viruses. So anytime you see anything of that, you have to take action as quickly as possible. Now, the reason for this lesson is that before you can know the use of security features in your operating system, like Android, like iOS, you must actually be conversant with the various attacks and their symptoms so that you know the use of those security systems. Today, by the end of today's lesson, we hope that group members will be able to one, perform two-step verification on their WhatsApp devices, and two, state at least 3 signs of attack on operating system. So let's quickly move on to the two-step verification. This is how it is going to be. Let me turn my data on. I am quickly moving to my WhatsApp. I click on my WhatsApp. After clicking, I go to the three-dotted icon at the top and click on the last menu item, that is settings. I go to the menu named account amongst the menu that pops up. I click on the second menu on this item called two-step verification. After clicking on it, there is a small button down here and the button is called turn on. So I'm going to click on the turn on button. I click on the turn on button. It asks me to create a 6-digit PIN that you can remember. So that is the PIN that I'm going to use to lock my WhatsApp. That is my personal PIN. So I type in my 6-digit PIN. Then after that, I type in my 6-digit PIN again. After that, it will request for an email that you can use to verify yourself or reset your PIN in case you forget. So I type in my email. Okay, so after that, I confirm the email. After confirming my email, now I save it. So I click on save. Now I have two-step verification done. So it's on the system as two-step verification has been turned on. So it is done now. So I click done. Yes. Now I'm done. You see that now the screen comes where there is this green tick indicating that I have completed my two-step verification. Okay, so let's quickly go back and rush through the rest of the tutorials. Okay, so here the next objective. These are the things that you should know. These are the things that you should be aware of before you would know the status of your system. Anytime you see that your data usage has increased massively than usual, then it means that your system may be running apps behind, background apps that you are not aware. So they are using most of the data, and they may be spywares and all kinds of malwares trying to send your confidential data to other servers outside. We also have when your phone keeps turning off and on automatically whilst you are using the phone, it turns off and it turns back on without you instructing it or turning it off or restarting it yourself. Then it means that something is wrong. Sometimes you see that your battery strength, maybe a new phone, is dwindling too much. Usually you know how long your battery lasts, but after maybe installing a particular app, all of a sudden your battery strength is just going down every day. You have to be suspicious and be careful. Then we have opening apps. When opening apps becomes too slow, sometimes you click the app, the link will have to load and go round for a very long time before the app opens. Then it means that something is wrong somewhere. Also, when an unknown number starts sending you usually certain text messages, spam text messages, and usually numbers mixed with letters and things that you don't expect, be careful. Something is going on. Then sometimes your phone, when you are making calls, you see some noises behind. It could be that somebody is tapping into your call, somebody is trying to overhear you. You have to also be careful and try to secure your system. Sometimes your phone is lying there, you are not using it. Sometimes you may not even turning the data on, but the phone becomes so very hot. The reason is that background apps are running, many background apps are running behind the scenes, so you don't see it. Therefore, you are not using the phone, but other apps are using the phone and the battery, and that's why the phone becomes so very hot. Sometimes you are asleep, you put down your phone, you are not using it, then the screen will just pop up. Over time, it keeps repeating itself. You have to be careful and watch out for these things. Then sometimes you see that you may have screenshots in your gallery that you didn't take yourself. It could be a spyware that took those screenshots and it is sharing it with a cloud server somewhere or some intruder somewhere. So you have to also be very careful. Then when you go into your recorder or your gallery to see that voice recording gallery to see that there are recordings you didn't do intentionally, then there may be some problem going on somewhere. So you have to be very cautious. Lastly, we have proxy websites. They usually when you try to connect online, you see that like your connection goes to a different phase. The particular website looks like the one you usually visit, but it is not the same. They may be proxy websites or phishing websites who are there to take your personal data to disturb you. You have to also be careful. Or maybe they may be apps related. They might have installed certain bookmarks and maybe certain features on your browser. That's why it's going there instead of taking you to the particular particular website you are looking for. Then when you see any of these apps on your system, you have to be careful. Flexi Spy, iKey Monitor, XN Spy, Tracker, Spy Era, Stealth, Hoverwatch, Message and Call Mobile Tracker for Android. If you see any of these apps on your system, it means that you are being tracked. The issue is that these apps some of them are for security reasons, like maybe when your phone gets locked, you can track it for some of them, but most of them are spying apps. So if they are not coming with your phone, if you check on Google and it's not an app that's supposed to be coming with your phone, uh, if the app is not for tracking your phone, then you have to make sure you take action and find a solution to it. Thank you for today. Please, this is your exercise. Um, those who haven't done the two-step verification, I hope through the video you now know. Please make sure you do the two-step verification. And second one, those who have already done the two-step verification, open your phone settings and open your application manager. Check all the apps that have been installed on your phone one after the other and see if any of the apps that I mentioned is installed on your phone. Any of the tracker apps and spy apps I mentioned is installed. If any, you can consult me and we find solution to it. Thank you for your time and God be with everyone. Bye bye.